Okay. This is our final stream playing Final Fantasy 16. It makes me very emotional. If you're watching this on YouTube, this stream is probably like going to be like 2 or 3 videos. So you might see a couple more videos after this. But those of you watching on Twitch, this is our last journey together. And I do have one note to add. Unfortunately, I don't know how it happened. I came down with a sickness very quickly. So my throat's dry, like super dry and sore. Very, very blocked up, whatever. Point being, if I sound weird, if my voice deteriorates as this goes on, it's a combination of being sick and inevitably absolutely sobbing my brains out, because I just know however this all shakes out, it's going to be very emotional. So you have all been warned, okay? And now let's carry on. I don't even know where to begin. Actually, yes, I do. There was some debate about this last stream. If I should do Joshua and Jill's... I should do Joshua and Jill's side missions early on, right? Because they have... I'll miss out on some dialogue or something if I save it to the end. Is that correct? Can anyone confirm or deny? It's better, right? Do Jill last? No, I think they're meant to be done together. It's probably better. Okay, it seems to be the consensus that it's better to do theirs earlier on. First, ASAC. Rigby, welcome in. Okay, so let's do first, both first and ASAP.
Ah, Clive.
Oh. I'm getting like pre-upset.
Joshua, what's wrong? And don't say nothing.
It's not nothing.
What is it?
I've received word from Cyril. The Undying have found Father's will, or something akin to it.
His will? How? Where?
In the crypt beneath Rosalith Castle.
Wow.
After Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying took the opportunity to recover what relics of the duchy yet remained. And in the process of doing so, they found a letter from Father.
This is going to be
I'm
emotional.
surprised anything survived down there.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my convenience. I have been meaning to go, but... would you join me?
Of course. I want to know what's in that letter as much as you do.
How could we not?
Very
That's
well.
just silliness.
I am ready to leave when you are.
Okay, let's go. Here? Oh, to speak with Cyril. Okay. Oh no, Alessia, but I don't want to know that it's going to be sad, but I know it's going to be sad because I've seen so many photos of people who just all look so sad. I'm just not ready for it.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father.
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
I just read My Beloved Sons. I'm already emotional. But before I read this, I suspect how bloody dare you say that it was a dab that I did. I can't believe I did something that even remotely looked like a dab. So now all I'm going to do is just cough up into the air and let the particles rain everywhere. Because coughing into my elbow crease is no longer safe. Nothing is safe in this world anymore. Okay. My beloved sons, I know that I asked much of you in this coming war. Wow. Sorry, because I'm just thinking he would have written this at a obviously he was still alive, but it was a completely different time in the game at this point. It feels weird. I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all of Rosaria striving as one might we at last overcome it. I've made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall to you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and faith that I hold for you both, your father.
An inheritance?
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim.
Wow.
But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals.
Great
To see
man.
centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides, those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord.
Okay.
After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
Yeah, I've never heard machinations pronounced machinations. I would assume maybe it's a British English pronunciation. I don't know. If it is, it's not one that I'm familiar with. Do we need to be reading this stuff? Lord Cyril, acolytes stationed across Valencia reported a curious change in the primeval structures we have come to refer to as monoliths following the fall of Drake's tail and the changes in the sky. Allow me to present the preliminary finding of our archaeologians' investigations into those monoliths most near at hand. We were able to visually confirm the activation of the structure in the northern reaches of the Valcoy, but a desert storm forced our temporary retreat. We will make a second attempt when the wind drops. In Dracos Deep, our team was able to make direct contact with the monolith. However, no further change was observed upon touching the surface, nor upon dealing it several stout blows with both fist and blade. Whatever the purpose of its activation, it would appear to be other than that of the defensive echoes we've encountered amongst previous relies of the fallen and their predecessors. We shall continue our investigations both of the monolith proper and of any historical writings that might refer to them and inform your lordship forthwith should they produce any discoveries of note. May the phoenix flame burn evermore in your heart. Okay. We've got, hey, John, Lurker High with the Lurker High. Hi, John with the Lurker High. And you have requested to talk American to me. The word aluminium, which of course in America is aluminum. Aluminum foil. Give me the aluminum foil. Hey, Citrus Way, how's it going?
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you.
Oh my god, I don't recognize her.
I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much
Beautiful.
obliged.
Do you know where we might find this heartstone?
Hey, Flanwing. Okay,
do.
good to know. I suspect her.
Though
Hey,
it may be a
Fafactor.
matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see.
Just tell
I
me
do
where
at
it
least
is.
know where to find one. A
Not
certain
the
specimen has
microwave.
made its nest in
It
Titan's
does
Way,
sound kind of
not
like
far
Karen,
from
doesn't
here.
it?
A certain specimen.
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy.
This thing
Were
is
you
like
to slay it in his stead,
20
as
years
men of
old.
House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
18 years old?
What else?
Jeez. Okay.
Titan's Wake is...
Oh, sorry. I didn't want to cut you off. Oh, it's here. I was just going to fast travel, but what are you going to say?
south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed.
Okay,
once
we'll just
already.
go. We'll take the little trip ourselves from here. It's not that far. It's fine. We don't need to fast travel everywhere. It can practically vote at this point. Not the voting. Geez, she's tracked this thing for 18 years and didn't ever think of Joshua Clive were alive. Crazy. That's actually a really valid point though, genuinely. I could see why it would be easy enough to not know that Clive is alive. Because Clive is going under Sid's name and Wyvern. Well, I guess... Where the hell was Joshua the whole time? Do we know? I'm so happy that that wasn't like some big sort of unknown this whole time. Ooh, where's Joshua? Blah, blah, blah. How's it going in the new place? Oh, sorry. Doesn't that kind of look like it would have been a pathway? Well, this is embarrassing. It's so good. It's so much better. The only thing that is kind of both lovely and not lovely is that it gets an obscene amount of natural light. So it is very bright in my room right now, but it will not stay bright. But it's also not like completely washing my face out bright. You know what I mean? Doesn't bother me. Leonhardt, yo, looks like you aren't at Jill's quest yet. You can't wait for you to that one. No, I'm not at. It's not even like a big bad boss, you know. I'm not at that quest yet. But I guess, should I do that Jill's quest for House Rosfield? Should I do that quest immediately after the Joshua quest, or should I wait? Out of curiosity.
Too slow.
It's kind of cool looking though. Hey, Tracy. Kingslayer. Oh, shit. Okay, well, imagine that if I timed that better, it would have been glorious. Jill's quest connects with the Joshua quest. Okay, so we will do it immediately after then. I'm not ready. Because it sounds like it's just going to be horribly, amazingly emotional. Very fun names for this, huh? Joshua and Yote were researching Ultima during the 13 years. The aftershock things will always get me.
Farewell.
Not the farewell in like the demonic voice, jeez. Wow, Jill's quest is by far the best quest, bar none.
Is this the heartstone?
I expect Lady Godotha will know.
I don't like that her name is Godotha, because I keep on thinking it's meant to be like Gothica. Which to me makes more sense, however, comma. You think so too? No, guys, I'm not ready to start crying so early on.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the heartstone claimed.
Yes. This radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Godotha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
Lapidary.
The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between
Quite
you.
lovely.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms, only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Godotha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how are you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands. of the deep love he had for both of you,
Gonna
and
cry.
his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewellery be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray
She
us.
knew.
I tried to
She
warn your father,
knew.
but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha,
That's so
on
sweet.
behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us, for giving my service meaning.
I love that sort of like crescendoing music. So we've got the founders, what is it? No, yeah. What did we get? I thought it was an accessory, but it may not be. Yeah, it's an armband, but it's Oh, I'm such a moron. I'm sorry. This looked like this was a glove, okay, right? So I'm like, glove, yeah, glove. But I think it's meant to be this thing. Oh, but this sucks. I have to wear the Founder's Grasp. I have to. Because it was what our father wanted. I would be a monster to not use this item. So we're going to use this item. Because we have to use it.
The bands suit you well. It must
Thank
be
you.
gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
I didn't even know that I had one.
is.
Well, they did know, but...
And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make
Oh
your
my God,
way
I'm
to
gonna
your
cry.
father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff. Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to.
Churlish,
say,
what a
Clive?
great word.
Shall we
Churlish.
pay your father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it, for it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril.
Okay. Wow.
Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
I will say this much. As much as there was part of me that was a bit peeved that Hawk's Cry Cliff, that we spent the time getting the Ouroboros equipment, and I assume this is going to be another armor piece that replaces some Ouroboros equipment. It is at least nice that one item is better in one stat than the other. It's not that it's...
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Yes.
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain.
Oh, that was great.
Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
Stop. What a beautiful line. I'm gonna cry. Oh, I can hear a goblin
just
meowing
like that.
outside my door. Not me never putting the armband on, Spectre. Say psych
deserve
right
a rest.
now. No way. I mean, to each their own. But I'm watching you. Yeah, it's his helmet.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
It's a miracle that it's still there this whole time. It's not moved, like no one's ever tried to nick it. It's not been blown over in the wind.
We won't lay you down.
I don't know why. I thought that was really beautifully done. That
Onward,
little
then.
bit.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
I think there was something really impactful about seeing a bit of him there, just like that lower portion of him. So it was like kind of fulfilling what people had said they were feeling, like it would be nice for him to go and see you and you know, that, or it was something, the guy that we spoke to said sort of something to that effect of like, yeah, whatever. But I like that it didn't go too far down the other line of him, you know, Clive having a conversation with him, my son, I'm so proud of you, and you know, whatever. It was the perfect amount of recognition that he's there, and Clive understood what it meant. I think I just think that was very, yeah, very artfully handled. I got obviously teary. So well done. Oh, not you saying I see dead people. What's wrong with you? Okay. Joining hands with Joshua. Joshua has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. Oh, nice. Great. Okay. Okay, Jill's is next, I think, right? Jill's and Joshua's go together. So let's do Jill's. I guess the way I'm thinking about doing it is...
The hour fast approaches. My decision is made.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was going to say that. My decision is made. I should carry you and your brother to Origin, that the Lesage name might live on in honor, not infamy. And now I wish that he had read that aloud. Even if I should not. Your Highness, you're not... Is this bugged? It's not bugged, right? It's not. This is how it's meant to be. These aren't voiced. I wish they were, because I'm not doing it nearly enough justice. Your Highness, you're not...
You said it yourself.
You said it yourself. This is a journey from which I may not return, and yet I am resolved to go. Ultima took much from me, and he means to strip us of all what little we have left.
He must be stopped.
Whatever the cost.
He must.
Thank you, Your Highness. You are as overhasty as your brother. Save your thanks for when this is over.
Make ready.
That's so lovely. I'm so happy that we decided to read that. That was beautifully written. I don't know where Jill is. I'm sure it'll be obvious. For some reason these are not voiced for anyone. Okay. Muse, hi! Thank you so much for the lurk. I massively appreciate that. Welcome, welcome in. And thank you all for being here. I've not yet said thank you to the lovely lurkers and everyone here, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 items. Rusted battle helm is here. Oh, I need to equip that, whatever it is. The model airship and the scholar bonnet, which I don't like saying. Gear, and it will be... Is it one of these? I definitely got something. Oh no, maybe it's just the helm. No, sorry, maybe it was just the helm that's hanging up. Okay. Yeah. But I'm just now getting rid of these red dots. Cool. No more red dots. Great. Oh, it's in my letters. Oh, great. It's in the letters. Okay. Oh my god. So we'll do concern for Jill first. Clive, it occurs to me that a single word of thanks does not nearly suffice to express my gratitude for you reuniting me with from a distance. The tome made me who I am today, and yet I thought I should never set eyes upon it again, that those who took it from me had forever robbed me of a part of myself. But now I am whole again, thanks to you. I regret that I can only fill in the gaps in your knowledge and not the holes in your soul, for which reason I shall ever be in your debt. Damn, some of this writing goes hard, huh? Okay, so treasure hunt. What, you didn't think I was just saying that stuff about hiding my engine, did you? Wouldn't you know I've already a fine spot picked out and everything. But if you're going to go on this grand adventure, you'll need to be quick about your business with that ruddy god of yours. Take too long and somebody more clever might beat you to the prize. I suppose in that case I should bury you one of my lesser inventions. Goddess knows I've countless. Oh, I've countless, like countless inventions, alright. Though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart, and we would be poor friends indeed if we not seek to lighten that burden, even but only a fraction, before we depart for the skies. I would speak more on this. I would speak on this more in private. Yeah, damn.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
We're still defending previous art place signs, really hoping it ends tonight. God bless you, Muse, and on the all the lovely lesson 2 crew defending. Hey, Savage. Thank God she said highness, because a non-English speaker person might understand something else. Just saying. Light, what do you mean? Welcome in. Hey, Giffy, we are finishing. We're doing all the side missions, and then once every single side mission is done, we are gonna do the main mission stuff.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but Since we returned from Drake's spine, I felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Just leave me to do this, Joshua.
Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Well, I can think of one thing I would prefer to do without you. There, Joshua. If they do this next year, we'll have to add a Lemonian too. For this wonderful community news, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. You're so lovely. I absolutely adore the lot of yours. Java, come on! I had to. It was right there, dude. It was right there. Where is the hill? Oh, I gotta go back. I gotta go back. Like, no, like this, like this, like this. All dead and sad. Yep, nothing here.
This is
Not
the place.
the duster blinds.
I'm sorry, Clive.
Plant some. In the clearly blighted land.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Okay.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone at the backyard. To the hideaway, then.
Okay. Back and forth, back and forth. But we're okay with the back and forth. But you know what we do? Yeah, he spent 13 years finding out the hard way. That's fair. Exactly, Oscar. That figurine of Clive that comes out next
Let's hope one
year.
of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
It comes out next year? I thought it came out this year. I thought it was already available. It's not available for another year?
Say what you will. Lady Karen is...
I was going to make a throne specifically for that. No, I was talking about that in basic stream today. She's like, why don't you make a throne? And I was like, I don't know. I feel... I have a weird, like, guilt. Two men scouting the run for snow daisies. It's lovely, though. It's so lovely.
Oh,
Life pain.
what brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start.
Yeah, been there.
There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
To the Royal Meadows, then, we go.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the royal meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recall that she kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilerfeist Bay.
The
Oilerfeist.
shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
Okay, what a fun word. Oilerfeist. Sponsor drafts, new, welcome in. I started New Game Plus, Joshua cute when he was young. I think the characters... I'm trying to think if there's a character's design in the game where I go, oh, that's not right. And I don't think so. I think the characters are all really well designed. Right?
A fortress?
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries.
Oh,
from
hang
the
on. You know
markets
what
if
I
you
need?
don't cooperate.
Let me get potions.
Then we'll just post
okay.
our own.
Although, again, I do feel quite guilty not buying this from Karen.
Welcome, welcome. You've a keen eye. I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
Yeah. The older one is available. The Final Fantasy 16 one comes out June 2024. June 2024. Oh. Wait. How the hell do I get there? Oh, I have to go through the town. I'm distraught. What's the older one? What counts as the older one? Even Gav. Oh, Gav's character with the one-eyed, I think looks fantastic. Where the hell is the entrance? Wait, where the hell is the entrance? Such a cursed spelling, I know.
I would speak.
Clive Rossfield, July 2024. Torgal, August 2024. Jill Warwick, September 2024. Oh my god.
Captain just now.
I'm absolutely distraught. I'm in shambles. I have to do the one thing I hate doing, guys. Be... patient.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
It's disgusting. That'll be too bad. Too bad. Not the patience, I know. It's a foul.
Those are vast.
It's disgusting. Welcome in, Sunstreak.
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Shameful, shameful. Beautiful. Now let's just kill all of the... Yeah. Clear it out. This is the thing, how can you be sure that nothing else will come back here?
Flowers and our friends.
I don't think I hurt anything with that. I think they had already died. I mean, it's all overkill, isn't it? But...
What do you see, boy?
it would have been nice to have my abilities for this.
Let's hope this is the last one.
Alas.
One way to find out.
Oilerfeist Bull. That seems like extra charge. $439? Is that how much it costs? $439? They better have sculpted every single pore on his face. Right. We're talking $200+.
soil and stone!
So I've never noticed him say soil and stone. That's hot though. Hey Zane, how's it going? Welcome in. Oh my god, 239. Is it done by Square Enix though? I thought the one that I'd seen, it was done by a different company.
That was harder than I expected. But Founder, it was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry, dude. I'm gonna cry. Gateway Joe, depending on the size, it's actually a pretty good price. I'm genuinely down to pay, like, because that, for me, falls in, like, the art. It's art, right? I completely see the value of something like that, as long as, obviously, it meets a certain quality and whatnot.
The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
No, we wouldn't. Good art costs money. Done it. And for anyone that doesn't know, I have two sisters and they are both artists. So it's kind of a point that feels near and dear to my heart. Every single vein, exactly. I want every single vein. I want every scar, every strand of hair perfectly in place. Like getting sad. Jill, I love you.
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
Look how pretty, even though the sky shouldn't be pink.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
Torgal sleeping, I can't bear it, it's so cute.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
I'm holding the back of her head like that.
Never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
Clive is not about to wear that.
Forever.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
I am in shambles. How dare they?
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we
It's
are.
none of their bloody business.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
Priceless is the name of that mission. So cute. Snow Daisy Garland. And this talisman, Shiva's Kiss. What is it? Song of Winter, Autumn Gone, From Frosted Lips, Oblivion. Oblivion? Oh, it's a northern nursery rhyme. Reduces diamond dust cooldown time by 7.2 seconds. I'm not crying, you're crying. I'm not crying, you're crying. Stop crying, guys. God, it's so embarrassing. Joining hands with Jill. Jill has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. We guys, thank you for the hydrate. We should check the letters again after this quest. Yeah, we'll go read all the letters. We'll do all the things. I'll rip my bloody heart out. Okay. I think we're going to try and do all the side missions in the hideaway first, and then we'll go and we'll do the side missions in the other places. Yeah, actually, War Shiva's Kiss. I like it. I want to wear it as, like... Because she gave it to me. It's like my girlfriend's gift. Thank you for the follows, by the way. Welcome in, lovely, lovely new people. What? Did I not get something? it's not showing as a new item in my thing. Shiva's Kiss here. Okay. Wait, which one is Diamond Dust? No, it's this one, right? No. Sorry, no. This one, right? This one. Yeah. What's this one? Increases damage dealt to enemies by 5%. We'll see. I don't know how I feel about that. Hey, Cassidy, thank you so much for the like. Thank you. Jill's back. Jill's here. Yo, Game Master, welcome in, by the way. I know you've probably been here for a little bit and I've only just noticed, but... Can you blame me? We did all of these things, right? We did them all. But what am I missing? The Wailing Banshee we didn't do, but that doesn't give us what we need. I think we need... Let me check what we need for the sword. She also has additional dialogue if we speak to her on the balcony. Okay. So let's go check on the sword what we need. Yeah, Diamond Dust is a great ability, so I'm not just wearing it for sentimental values. It does also serve a purpose. However, the fact that it's hers makes me feel better. So we need one more Dark Steel and one more Orichalcum. So whatever it is, we're not yet able to finish it because we need another S-ranked hunt. Rith, welcome in. There's also a letter, cool, so that we are... Well, and this works well. Hang on, let me talk to Jill first. And then I'll read the letter, and then I'll pick up the side mission. But wait, where's the crown? It's on the table. She's out here, right?
Clive, do you have a moment?
Of course. Always.
I wanted to give you something.
Is this?
I stitched it from the cloth you gave Hortense. The piece she said you liked best. I told her I used to enjoy needlework, but I didn't think she'd remember.
It's beautiful, Jill. You didn't have to.
When I was very little, I recall my mother telling me that young ladies of the court would give knights ribbons from their hair before they went off to war. I still wear mine, so I made you this instead. Red is the color of passion, the fire in your heart. Fierce and bright, it binds you and your brother, you and your friends, you and me.
Our bond. May it never be broken.
And may it ever bring you back to me. I will always be here.
Thank you, Jill.
I'm telling you all right now, I am making this declaration public. If Square Enix dare to have one of these two not make it through the finale, we are absolutely going to have issues. I will be on a personal vendetta if that happens. Okay. Distraught. I will be distraught. What do I do with it? What do I... It just stays in my inventory, right? There's nothing else I need to do with it. Manny. First and last final. And truly, I would not be able to play any of the others. I would set fires to villages. The wages of fate. Do you remember what you told me that night at Phoenix Gate? That whilst the fate of Rosaria sits on my shoulders, the fate of its dominant sits upon yours. But we are not both dominant. But are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burn in both of our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You should have chosen to be my shield. Now let me choose to be yours. Is this not what our father wanted? What Sid wanted? To cast aside fate and forge our own paths. Grant me this, Clive. Let me be your strength. Guys, I need to be able to make it through the bloody game. I think I'm going to be in bloody tears the whole time. Oh my god. The greatest gift. It feels like a lifetime ago. It was a lifetime ago. That afternoon on Man's Hill was our very first adventure. But somehow I knew even then that it would not be our last. I will never forget that day. And the simple fact that you have not either fills my heart with joy so fierce I cannot describe it. Since the moment we first met, you have always been an important part of me. The half that makes me whole. When times are darkest, you are my light. When I am lost, you are my guiding star. You are just what I need. You are all that I need. You are the greatest gift. I don't even know why I bothered putting on makeup, frankly. Master Clive, I am aware that there are matters of much greater importance which demand your attention, but should you find yourself a moment, I bid you visit me in the shelves that I might ask a single favour concerning His Highness Prince Dion. I feel very nervous about Dion.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
I feel very, very nervous about Dion, who I genuinely love so much. I think he's fantastic. If I could buy a singular punctuation mark, yeah, that would be lovely. I don't know if it's just like the punctuation. I don't know. Maybe it's grammatically correct and it needs no more punctuation, but I do be struggling sometimes. Letters be hitting clack-a-lack, don't I know it? She loves him so much. I know, I'm gonna cry. Final Fantasy 16 chapters of a romance novel. I need the novelization of this, actually, frankly. Forger, welcome in. Jill is just bursting with Riz. I adore Jill with every fibre of my soul. Welcome, welcome in, Forger.
Lawsman Hippocrates.
Ah, yes.
You spoke of making amends with Dion.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined C. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons. I had not expected to meet with him again.
Have you spoken with him?
No, His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone. It is one of my greatest regrets.
Damn.
That I only ever offered him my wisdom, and what he truly needed was friendship.
No.
The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace.
The flower of
Fabulists and
Sombrac.
fraudsters all, of course.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher there is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the... Whether they still survive there, I know not.
It's all right.
Thank you, Clive.
Okay. We love a good love letter. Woo, welcome in. How's the playthrough going? Well, I've done Jill and Joshua's side quest. So tears. There have been tears. I've read their letters. And this is the thing, and it makes me so bummed out because I bet there are plenty of people who started to do some of the side missions in the beginning of the game, found them to be too boring, too slow, not that interesting, and then maybe forego doing side missions at the end of the game. I think especially because so many side missions pop up at the end of the game, and also because you can't complete Jill's side quest until you complete Joshua's side quest. I think that the chances of people missing out on that side quest could be quite high. And yet that makes me bummed out. I couldn't imagine. Oh, look at the both of you are here with me. Wait, what was the piece of dialogue that they have that they wouldn't have had if I'd done it later on, out of curiosity? Because people recommended I did it sooner. Well, I don't know if they recommended I did it sooner just so that I could get them as companions, or because I actually got something from it, you know what I mean? Kairos, welcome in! Nah, no worries, except we did just do the Joshua and Joshua and Jill side missions. But you have not missed the finale of the game, so that's good. Blue next to a waterfall. Yeah, it shouldn't. I just want to avoid fighting things. Blue. Hang on. Oh, there. Waterfall.
No mistakes.
Why is this thing taking like no damage? To be honest, I don't care about killing it. I just want to... Okay, now I care about killing it. They join you on the quest now. Okay. Imagine missing Ambrosia's side quest. Exactly. I'm so sad. Are we fighting something still? No, I don't think so.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Well, I was about to say, just don't grab one. Let's not be silly. Let's not be hasty. A lot of people did skip side quests. I guess I should have made some of them part of the main. Yeah, and then I also wonder, and I mean this as like a genuine question. Okay, I'm really invested in the game. I'm really invested in the characters. It's why I'm doing the side missions. But maybe someone who... I mean, it could be that someone who doesn't want to do the side missions just isn't that invested in it and therefore wouldn't care. Maybe.
Oarsman.
Or maybe it's a time thing, in which case I would feel bad.
Looking for.
You did?
I think I...
You did indeed.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble.
Sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze. I still kind of feel like I might sneeze, but... Oh well. These missions are the reward in my opinion. If you skip side quests, you deserve to miss them. Yeah, I don't... Yeah. And that's the thing, you may just not care.
Your Highness. Would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
I love Dion. He's so good.
It is time, then.
No. Only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates. No. I dare not show my face before him.
Why is he sad to show his face
not after
before
everything
him?
I have done.
Oh my god. They're both so hard on themselves.
I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak.
So hard on
I
himself.
have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again and see in his eyes what I have become...
Damn.
I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself and to him how strong it truly is.
It's too bloody sad, dude. It's too bloody sad.
I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
You can talk to the old guy to level him up. What do you mean? His character design is so great.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm. For only then shall I be deserving of it.
Oh, God, I love him, dude. He's... Oh. But you are deserving of it
wish,
now.
Your Highness. I shall await your return.
I hope on everything that's fucking holy that he returns to get this, but I do not feel good about it.
Our roots do not define us.
Haha.
No wonder my stepmother didn't like him.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds.
Ah.
I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I'm gonna feel so sick if he doesn't
in
return.
The hideaways to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T.
Haha, that's mean.
When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
I'm in absolute tatters. Shambles, yes, Red, shambles, I tell you. A tale to tell. Bahamut's Mercy. Oh my god, but now I've got too many things I want to put on. Oh my god, it reduces the Giga Flare cooldown. Oh. But I like the Berserker ring and I like the Torgal thing. Damn it. That makes me really annoyed. Because it's too good. Damn. So beautiful, so emotional. Dion has to be top 3 characters, I think, for me. Jill, Clive, Dion. And I've not thought of the rest just yet. Okay, I know that my uncle is over there. But I'm not yet ready to speak to him. I need, like, something that gives me a little bit of an emotional break. Let's do the one in Mid's dungeon, maybe. Hopefully that's not quite as sad. Wait. Before we do, let's go look at the Stolas and the thing and the... yeah. No more letters. No more letters. We go here. Wall of Memories. We see the quill on the desk. And now we're missing 3, 4, 6, 7. 7 things. Hey Jumper, welcome in. All the late game side quests are so amazing. Before I forget, the item description for the Snow Garland Jill gave you says, a fragrant diadem hand-woven by Jill from flowers picked on the shores of Oilefest Bay. The garland rekindles memories of a more innocent time and speaks of a love that can never fade. So amazing, so beautiful. But I know that I know the ending is going to be sad. I know whatever happens, the ending is going to be sad.
Do you think it'll tell us about his
I don't know what's going to happen, and but I have little whiffs of something. Hang on. Yeah, it is in her dungeon. But not with Mid? With you? Huh?
That crystal certainly don't bode well. But just think of all the secrets it was told. Here, if you're planning on going up there, you could bring a bit back for me, could you?
I don't see it though. It's not even, normally it would like pop up, like even if it's beyond a wall, right?
Whatever should I write next?
I don't see it. Upstairs again. Oh, it's even higher up. Oh yeah, it's even higher up. Where the hell is the second set of stairs? Oh my god, it's probably on the other side. Sorry, guys. Diamond Dust has a longer... What's your loadout? Sentimentality. Kind of, but also practicality. Diamond Dust has a longer cooldown than Gigafire apparently, so probably more value there. Yeah, I can't trade out Jill's one for Dion's, but I wish I could have them both on and have the Berserker ring and have the toggle thing. I love Dion. He's right balance of power and gentleman. He is so... words like fail to describe why I think he is so great. I would like to try. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. He's just such a stand-up person. You know what I mean? I think he carries himself so well, but he's also so hard on himself. So hard on himself. Oh my bloody hell, I just did a effing loop. Right next to the stairs leading to mid. I'm sorry, guys. Well, you got to hear more of my... yeah, you're right. I don't think I've ever been up here, frankly. But you got to hear more of my thoughts about Dion. There you go. I was buying myself time. I have definitely never been up here this entire playthrough, which is a shame, because we've got a little pool. So who the hell are you?
I will not let them be forgotten.
Who are you?
Cid.
Of course.
It is an honor to... My name is Herman. I wish to be deployed to...
No. I will not send good men and women to... Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. I was raised in an orphanage. Or rather, it was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn... We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented. And few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many, but they must be remembered. The Institute was run with military precision. Cid.
You were a good friend, but the fact remains that Ash is
Cid, please.
Too dangerous for you, Herman.
But not for me.
But not for me. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know.
You can start by telling me where I'll...
Vida Grace.
Vida Grace.
In a forest.
All right.
May the mothers guide you.
I feel so guilty skipping over the dialogue, but a lot of the time it's just a lot, but also doesn't add a lot. You know what I mean? And like I said, if there are people who are really keen on reading all, if you weren't able to read all of the dialogue yourselves in as I was doing that, if you are interested, this all will be up on YouTube where you can pause. But
run like the wind.
Round in circles we go. I know. Sorry guys, I've got abysmal sense of direction. Legendarily terrible. Dion really steals the show, especially when he didn't get that much screen time. I am so thrilled, and I've said it like 6 ways to Sunday at this point. But I am so thrilled that he did not die when I thought he had died, and we got to come back and see more of it. He is such a commanding presence. I think he's just such an interesting character and so well done. It's so nice to see his sort of his redemption arc, but it's a weird and interesting thing because
this must be the orphanage.
It's not like in my mind. Gosh, I mean, God, am I really misremembering? I think what's interesting is that I don't think he needed to redeem himself, but the fact that he sees that is that he feels the need to is a really interesting quality. But yeah, you do the same for only for important characters. You read everything. Yeah, if it's a scene where I feel like it's going to be really well acted, then I will let them do it out. Or if it's like a really key one, like between Hippocrates and Dion, I let it play out. But stuff like this, I'm like, just gotta Bad Bat Conservatory Writ of Incorporation. The Kingdom of Elude hereby incorporates this institution, wherein juvenile bearers are to be granted the opportunity to give themselves in service to the state as soldiers. Trainees succumbing to the crystals' curse or otherwise perishing are to be disposed of with all haste. The graveyard is strictly reserved for the uncursed. Bearer disposal within its bounds is punishable by death. They're like, let's just... Yeah. Let's just really make sure we're punctuating how terrible everyone here is, because they're all terrible. Conditioning schedule. Today's exercise will consist of the press yard, 20 sandbags for such duration as instructor shall dictate, the furnace, burn intensity to be gradually increased, live combat, 1 to 3 hellhounds depending on performance. Hey! Beer lover, thank you so much for the...
This is nothing short of torture.
5 gifted subs.
Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place.
Yes. Thank you so much, you lovely, lovely person. I am genuinely incredibly appreciative. Thank you. And if you just got gifted a sub, you're stuck with us for at least 30 days. Baby! Thank you, beer lover. Thank you so much. Genuinely, that's put such a smile on my face. I've recently learned that my own daughter was amongst the children turned into stone by the brutal training I subjected them to. I recently learned that my own daughter was amongst the children turned to stone by the brutal training I subjected them to. I had not so much as thought of her since handing her over to the authorities as a babe, but inquiries with the military confirmed it. It was her. I had been torturing my own flesh and blood. And now I see her everywhere. Today, one of the children smiled at me in the hope of receiving a few scraps from my table. It was her smile, the smile she inherited from her mother, the mother I killed for giving birth to a bearer. Their ghosts have all come back to haunt me. My daughters, my wife's, all of them, all those children. So many have died at my hand. I can bear the guilt no longer. And so, I've decided, tomorrow I too must die. It will be the last order I give those poor wretches, the last torment I subject them to. I will command them to tear me limb from limb, and inter my accursed corpse. And inter my accursed corpse beneath the white tree whose crooked hands reach to the sky in supplication, and beside me my shame, my curse, the record of all their names, all those I have wronged.
This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out.
I know, of course, that Clive says that because they don't expect you all to read, like us all to read the thing. But it's funny having read the thing, read his note, and it being incredibly clear what he intended to do for Clive to then just summarize it. We're like, yes, that's exactly...
Forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry.
Oh my gosh. Bad Bat Conservatory, Registry of Bearer Losses. Lithification. Succumb to the conditioning. Lithification. I assume lithification is... The etymology of the word lithification would mean turning into stone. Emaciation. Disciplined for attempting to flight. Disciplined for attempting to flight. Succumbed to conditioning, lithification, emaciation, and then none beyond that.
So many names.
Yeah.
This place was a slaughterhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Where is the architect of all this misery? It was only a matter of time, I suppose.
Hey, Gundam, welcome in. That's not what I wanted to do. That's also not what I wanted to do. Oh, Clive, poor Clive. Superman, welcome in. Hi, how's it going? The weird thing, and I don't know if I'm reading into this incorrectly or not, but it sort of makes it seem like these are, well, it can't be them. No, because he would have been buried. It's not him come back to life. This is just the townspeople. Hey, I can't dodge out of it. Dodging the fire is always so strange. Doesn't work very well. In my humblest of opinions. Elizabeth tired me. I'm actually sick. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a flu or something going around, but I'm very... I don't want to use the word because I feel like it's an icky word.
Let's get the registry.
But I feel icky and my throat is dry, unfortunately. So if I sound off, that's why. No, not allergies. It feels more like a cold, like some actual kind of sickness. I also try and make a habit of saying this whenever sensitive subjects like that come up, but just know that there are hotlines and resources available for all of you if any of you are ever feeling as desperate as the guy who wrote the note is. I try not to use the word either because I don't know, I don't want it to be triggering, but just know that there are resources available to you all. Not that I think that any of you are running an orphanage and horrifically torturing and killing children, but regardless.
Say what you will.
Hope you recover quickly. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see. I'm trying. I'm trying to. The tough part is like, I'm trying not to cough because I know coughing is only going to make it worse. But you know the meme of the kid who like holds his coffin and his face turns like bright red. It kind of feels like that anytime I try not to. So it feels like a lose-lose. I'm sorry you're sleepy though. Hopefully you get to catch up on some sleep. Wouldn't you like to know, Red? Don't you bloody dare. Can't be bothered to find a new mod, right? God, can't replace you. So you're just going to have to give up the child torturing business, huh?
I hear that you traveled to Ash. Did you by any chance?
I did.
If I may, the bearer.
What I do with my orphanage is my business. FBI. That person right there.
Was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Nor any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times.
Sad.
I can still remember their face. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning. Never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive? When so many
Can't
others
think
died
like
in
that.
that war?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way at least.
They're never truly gone.
Never truly gone.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach. All of Valisthea. And in the name of those I lost. I will not.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity.
Okay, good stuff. Are these the last of the side missions for the final main quest? Yes. So my Litany of Errors seems kind of a weird title for it. So my plan is to do all the side missions before the end of the game. Do all the side missions available and then do the last main mission, so that the main mission is the very last thing that we do. And in that same vein, I'm starting off by clearing out all the side missions in the hideaway. And then when all the ones in the hideaway are done, I'll go to the other lands and complete that stuff there. No. And it looks like we have more notes in our chamber, which we will go and eventually read, but not all the dialogue, Paragon. We left the important bits. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know why it's cold going around, huh?
You alright?
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Eda's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
No.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, I'll let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Eda's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
I'll help you out. Yes, of course.
Is there anything
kind of, Dan. Elden Ring is still very sad.
You know, they're just...
Alright then.
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's not lucky in all the thing is, they're hard to come by.
Only the big day is fast approaching.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through. I think I might make that my first port of call.
You're a good friend.
Cool. Good stuff, good stuff. I haven't seen any pop up about the ads. Oh, so I don't think they're rolled out to everyone yet. Yeah, I've not seen the pop-ups either. It'll pop up for you above, like, the chat. Like, if you look within chat, you would see the pop-up there, and I've not seen one yet. But I'm looking forward to it when I do. Yeah, they just seem to fit at the end. Agree. They definitely do seem to just fit at the end, but it is still... There are a lot of them.
I'm looking for something.
Oh, well.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though there was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, near some gutted hovel, not far. Most took him for a brat.
We'll see.
Cool. Speak with the merchants in Martha's Rest. So where are the others? They don't tell me. They're just kind of in the area. But merchants, they'd be out in the open, surely.
Just because the heavens have gone to record.
Yeah, here's another one.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone.
I'm looking for a silk.
If that's the case, no one has seen us. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense. If any are still out there, I reckon.
You're probably right.
Okay, that wasn't helpful at all. Yeah, I really don't know what they do about better distributing the side missions, because they do seem to really fit at the end of the game, where you are most acquainted with oh great, okay, cool. You're most acquainted with everyone, so they're at their most impactful at this point, but on the other hand, like, it's a lot to have to do between the missions, but I guess it also, like, narratively makes a bit of sense.
I deal in fruit, but if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you...
Was a silver chocobo seed?
Oh, yes. If you...
It wouldn't be the first.
Okay, Rhiannon's Ride.
Silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Ride.
Rhiannon's.
Sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here...
Speedy recovery away, thank you. I'm still trying to come around. And from the sun poisoning is no joke, genuinely. I hope that you're taking care of yourself. I've had it only one time. And it's horrible because you feel so nauseous, so dehydrated, such a bad headache, and it takes like a little bit to recover from. And then not to mention obviously the horrible burns on your body. A silver chocobo, yes. In all its glory.
We're not left by bandits for a change.
Nope, gotta turn around, turn around, turn around. I got too keen trying to run away from the rubble. Rabble? Rabble?
More tracks. And the chocobo was here.
Imagine this, I mean, like, we know it's gonna happen. This is a creature that everyone's been saying, oh my god, it's more myth than real, there's no way. And we're...
I don't hear anything.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I'll be damned.
Don't kill it. Don't kill it. I don't want to fight it. I'm happy that I didn't have to fight it. That's why I was surprised. I knew we were going to find it, obviously. Are you bonding with Ambrosia? No, you're not. Neither of you are Ambrosia. Also, how does this differ from...
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend.
Well, you're not borrowing it. Yeah, how do we tell silver versus white? More like a grey?
Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
I know, they kind of do look at like Ambrosia. How would you tell the difference between a white chocobo and a silver chocobo? Maybe the gleam of the feather? I don't know. But all in all, that could have gone a lot worse in terms of like sad, depressing stuff that could have happened, so... And it's sweet that Gav seems to be invested in Edda's birth.
It was no trouble at all.
Still. Clive, how'd you get on?
Any luck, you say?
The silver one's retired to Florida.
Crystals crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
That was funny.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Oh, that's sad.
Blame yourself, Clive. The blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up.
Okay.
Go find a new home. Trust me.
Good guy Gav is
After
making me feel
all,
better.
That's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the...
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon.
There we go.
Cute.
What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to...
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Edda's awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself.
I'm a busy man, Gav. Embers. Embers isn't the one that did the, He's not the one that's trying to be a scout, though. I'm trying to remember who Embers is. Forget about Florida, man. Here comes Florida Chocobo. Two very different breeds. It's so pretty. Bless Gav. Gav is... I'm glad that it's shaping up this way. Because I had read his initial You know, he didn't want to. It's not that he didn't want to be with Edda. He just didn't want to leave his friends. You know.
Me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is...
Go on, please.
Oh, okay, I think I remember which mission.
It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did.
Not the sad music. Not the
It's
sad
from
music.
all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
That was lovely. Bless him.
Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again.
I'm gonna cry.
I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. Me whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And
It's
I'll
not
never
true, Gav. It's not
be
true.
a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
But you are.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
What a great callback.
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learn from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
Very true.
That would be me.
Yes, it would, Gav.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And
That's such like a brother thing to say, dude. I hate that sound. Ogoni, thanks for the lurker. Hi. Dyson. Who knows how to be a dad? Gavin knows. I think the whole nose thing was... I got led down the wrong path with that. I don't know why.
I may have had one too many.
I've had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Oh, beautiful. That was so lovely. What a great moment. And what a great learning that strength comes in all different shapes, sizes, you know. Okay, displayed in Clive's chamber. Winter mead. I said I was thirsty. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, the last side mission to do is with Byron in the hideaway. Before we do that mission, let's go read any letters in our room, and then we can get going. We're chipping away at them, and it's a weird thing. So it's not even like it feels. It's not even like it feels like a chore, you know. Before we depart, Ifrit, you have my sincerest gratitude for reuniting me with Master Harpocrates, that I might embark upon this most important of journeys, my heart free of regret. Though in these past few moons, I have come to realize that the longer I spend in the company of you and your brother, the deeper I find myself in your debt. We must swiftly see to the menace that is Ultima, if not to save the world, to save me from an eternity of recompense. Dion. Safe returns. Thank you, Clive, for ever indulging the whims of this doddering old soul. I'm ashamed that for far too many years I allowed stubbornness and fear to keep me from something so simple as letting a friend know how proud I was of him. Your intervention has lifted a heavy pull from my heart. Perhaps upon your triumphant return from the skies, which makes me nervous, please don't, you're jinxing it. You might be inclined to set to page that quill I gifted you. There are many of us who would hear a first-hand account of your time with the Holy Prince, myself included. Harpocrates II. And I did this already. Oh, but they stay. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, I think Jill's got lots of dialogue. Let's read this. So we've got the quill and we've got the winter mead. Nice. Hey, BLF ending is just something. Oh my god. Looking forward to how you react to that. I'm not ready. I think I'm going to be in absolute tears. I'm like very concerned. Welcome in.
For so long. So when this is over.
Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, shit. Let me do it again. Sorry. I thought it was replaying what she had said already. Let me take two. I still can't believe you remember that day on Man's Hill.
So long.
Our lives have been defined by loss, but our memories, those no one can take. And if they truly are the only things we can hold on to, then I want more.
So when this is over.
Let's travel the world and make new ones. I will hoard them as a dragon does her gold, for my memories with you. Oh, the most precious of all. I'm gonna cry. That's so sad. Ask about origin.
Somewhere in the back of my mind.
I always knew it would come to this. It was only ever going to end this way, Jill. Either Ultima dies or we do.
I know.
But I still don't think I'm ready for it. And the thought of what you have to do makes me want to cry. Then cry, shout, scream, laugh, do whatever you feel. Our feelings make us who we are, make us better than Ultima.
Thank you.
Clive. But a long time ago, I swore that only the stars would see me cry.
And so for now?
I save my tears until the clouds part and the heavens return. What a beautiful, beautiful message. So innocuous. So easy to not speak to the... And I've, for a lot of the playthrough, not spoken to characters like that. But Dion's lines just then were amazing. Jill's lines just then, incredible. Jill's fantastic. We do adore our YouTube watchers. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm incredibly, incredibly appreciative. Odds are somewhat high that if you're watching this at this point, you have stuck with me for a majority of my playthrough. I'm deeply appreciative. And if this is your first time in, welcome in. I'm genuinely, genuinely thrilled you're here. I feel like this is going to be a sad one. I'm kind of not ready. Oh, Trig, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I finished my New Game Plus just yesterday. It all feels like it hit just hard. I'm so nervous. Okay, Three's Company.
Clive, my boy.
I love Byron.
Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in. Huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
His voice acting is just so good.
I should have expected the worst.
Byron's voice acting is incredible.
I was hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
Okay.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies
and her larders. All right.
As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together.
Byron
to
has such
try
infectious
and
energy.
maintain some semblance
He's
of order,
such
yes. But such cases are few and far between.
Like character archetype, but I can't think of what you call it.
That faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together,
she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Brilliant.
Of course you have.
Yeah, all the VAs are
agreed
perfect.
to help.
So good. So well done.
On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally.
Okay.
Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well,
all right. Doesn't want to do business with me.
I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed. You don't mind, do you?
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak...
That's the...
I'll leave for Randalar. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in...
Excellent.
No.
Okay, good stuff. I don't know what kind of... I don't know if... Maybe it's not an archetype, but it's a very clear character type. That kind of... Hey, my boy! You know, jovial... I don't know how you describe it even. Interesting, Starchild. If Ben Starr doesn't win best performance, I will fight Jeff Knightley. I would understand that, frankly. It is just so well done. So well done. God damn it. And it's tough because it's one of those things where in a game that is so story driven, I think it can really live or die based on the voice performance of the people. And so I'm so thrilled that it's such a great group, I'm trying to think if there's anyone of like the main cast of people that lets it down from a voice standpoint. I don't think so.
Let's go.
Wrong game, Red. How dare you? Red, did you finish it? Elden Ring or? Yeah, he's a cool, fun uncle. He also gave them the open warmth that his dad wouldn't have been able to easily show with the mother they have. So true. I just keep on thinking of him like a much more likable, the name of the brother in the Mummy films. I am completely blanking.
It can't be Rutherford, can it?
And not that the brother in those films isn't likable, but he's a little devious, a little smarmy, and Byron's not that.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's
Jonathan.
a fight you shall have!
It's Jonathan. Thank you.
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Oh, shush.
Please, Field Marshal. Oblige.
This won't take long.
Good stuff.
You're right. It won't.
You do not understand.
Finish.
You have no idea. Incredible. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Byron is just a bundle of sunshine. I really love him. He's so good. He's so good, but also wow, that was cool. Thank you for the follows, by the way. Welcome in, lovely people. Yeah, I also like that at the beginning of the game, he's kind of not wanting to do the fighting, not wanting to get his hands dirtied. It's like he's quite a comedic effect person, but then he is also a person of honor, integrity, and it really kind of unfolds in a beautiful way.
Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you?
No, my lord. Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore, but I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's
the enemy
a fucking
type.
Disgrace.
That's right by my
Your
finger.
interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course.
Bastard.
My lord Marquis.
His bum
Or
stuck up in the
the
air.
outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
He's in like the background of that shot. Sorry, I just think it's silly.
To anything, I'd have you answer one question.
Welcome in, Lyric Rind.
What do you stand to gain from all this?
Okay.
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together, even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
The cloth fabric looks lovely.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the down. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them.
Thank you, Fieldman.
But they are not the only ones.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. We will need an envoy. One who can court even the most...
I'm flattered. And I have other problems to attend. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I'm in a...
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
I think he's a bearer.
A different kind, perhaps.
Yeah. I assume it's Lubor. I could be wrong.
Choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this.
I shall.
I could be very wrong. But something tells me he's talking about Lubor.
Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor
in
Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good.
Recast, thank you for the hydrate.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience.
Joshua has to take
someone
medicine?
Like Quentin.
Oh, damn.
I hope I can convince him at least.
Lubor's too busy being the villain that the region needs. Quentin is lovely. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. It's not his bum. It's his knees. It's his legs sticking up. I'm so sorry. I thought he was face down with his bum stuck up. You can see it, right? I thought he had like flopped strangely. And that it was funny. It's significantly less funny now. Quentin's fantastic. I'm glad we get a chance to talk to Quentin again. Great voice acting. I don't know. It's Lyric Mine, yo, welcome in. I don't know if I said that or not when you came in. Easy to forget, Byron lost his brothers, his nephew, and his country all in one day. Did he have multiple brothers? I sort of thought Elwyn was his only brother. But maybe he said that he has multiple brothers and I just don't remember. I think Byron, the vibe, the sense that I got about him is that he was always sort of your oddball one. But that when he lost his family, whether it was multiple brothers or just Elwyn and his nephews, that he kind of really much more self-isolated and sort of hunkered down and do what must kind of vibe. But yeah, just the one. Oh, okay. Well, frankly, they could have had multiple. I would have believed that.
That'll do, girl.
Who knows, man? It was convincing enough to me when you said it.
I have a proposal for...
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking... Go on, then. Propose. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride.
Yes.
And do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie
he's so
as well.
good.
I know it's a lot to ask.
Come on.
I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family. And I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best.
How great, dude.
If it's the vineyard you're worried about,
we'll be
we'll
here.
see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
You know
Then
we
what is
will.
it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need
I
me?
do really like Quentin.
Field
I think he's
Marshal
a great
Havel
character.
will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the
Quite.
roads are far from safe these days.
Yes, yes.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Good stuff. Game Master, you're so fucking funny for that. I guess I kind of see it. I kind of do see it. But in a good way. We love Quentin. Truth watcher. This bear is awesome. Knows how to, yeah, prod Quentin. Oh, you're right here. Agreed.
Uncle, the Field Marshal...
Of course he...
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful. He asked if I might have a solution.
One of your co-conspirators?
Not quite like that.
Master Quentin would probably call me one of his. But yes.
That's funny.
Another outlaw, then.
Sort
Just
of.
the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quentin can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
Dearie me, ain't that the way it is?
Happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Yeah.
Of course, Uncle.
Yeah. I think Clive's father mentioned that he had another brother who died years earlier. He was the one from his generation who was the Phoenix's dominant, and Clive's father was filling the role of archduke until Joshua came of age. Oh, it was Elwyn talking about his own father. Okay.
And how,
okay.
pray
Welcome in,
tell, will we
Kandarian.
get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
Kandarian.
Find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
I like that camera movement.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven.
I love that
Allow
word.
them to make port
Randalar.
and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. 2 such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends? I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Why are you putting it on me?
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young
Too
gentleman.
bloody right. Thank you, Uncle.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
In honor of my friend. I like that interaction between them. Lots of good characters, huh? Oh, completely Alec. Tally ho!
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already... We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind... And to do that, we must convince those in power, the general... There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance. If we show them the path, show them that the fate of the world lies in but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on. For what great moment in history...
I love that Clive's shirt is as deep a V-neck as it is, but this leather strap must chafe his chest like crazy.
Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Tri-Unity. Rutherford, Mike Will. Well, my boy, the stage is set.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast.
What a beautiful thing.
We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
That's beautiful.
I will.
Thank you, Uncle.
Those two remind me of my dad and uncle just bickering back and forth without an end. Oh, I love that. Three's Company complete. Okay. Breath of Darkness. Oh, it's one of the Odins, something or other. We've got something else for our chamber. Shocker of all shockers. And this is where we would have met our uncle originally when he came to the hideaway. So that's a nice little full circle moment.
What do you think that thing?
So, I think we are done with all side missions here.